So after all of the long processes that we've gone through to do these things, we're going to focus now on a very small task, which is if a user is currently logged in but then we decide to disable their account, it will automatically log them out. And this is quite a useful feature that people don't often consider. If you were to ban a user's account, for example, and they were still browsing a site, then they'd still have access. Obviously, they could just leave, their browser open for as long as possible. So we're going to sort of build in a little statement inside of here, which is going to look like that. And in here, we're going to log user out if a particular condition is met. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a function that's going to check not if a user's account exists, because that bases it on the username. We are going to check if the account status for a particular user is active. So let's go ahead and do that. Inside of users.php, let's go ahead and build this function. The function is going to be called userActive, and it's going to take, funnily enough, a user ID. Okay, so we're going to go ahead here and we're going to cast this to an integer, simply because we're going to be placing it within a query, so we don't want to have any non-integer data here. And we're going to return the result of a MySQL result. In fact, no, sorry, no, we're not. We're going to return, and we're going to use the tertiary operator, ternary operator. We're going to return true or false, and this is based on this condition here. So if this condition evaluates to true, we are going to return true, otherwise false. Okay, so what is the condition? Well, we're using MySQL result to return a result. If this is equal to 0, then we return true. If this is equal to 1, we return true, otherwise we return false. And we simply pass a query within here, so query. And we want to access row 0 always in this case. Okay, so let me just quickly go over this again. Just in case some of you can't grasp this, which I can understand. Anyway, so we're calling user active and we're checking whether user active is equal to true or false. So we pass in a user ID, we sanitize this. Then, based on the result of this query here, i.e. is it equal to 1, we return true if it's equal to 1, we return false if it's equal to anything else, i.e. if it's equal to 0. So in here we're going to select count, no, sorry, we're not at all. No, we are going to select active from users where user ID is equal to user ID. Remember, we don't need single quotes here because we are using an integer. We're passing an integer through. So, as it stands, what will this function return for me? Well, it will return a 1 because my active status is set to 1. So it will select the active status from the users table where I'm logged in, so user ID equals user ID. We're accessing row 0, which is the first row, remember, because we only have one record for each unique user. If this active here is equal to 1, so we actually instead need to pass active through here. So the MySQL result function is taking 3 parameters. The first one is the query, the second one's the row, and then the field we want to grab. If this field is equal to 1, we return true, otherwise we return false. Quite simple. So inside of init, we're going to say if user active session user ID is equal to false, then log a user out. So we want to say session destroy. And then we could redirect them back to the home page. And that's header location index.php. We'll exit the script there as well. So if this function returns true, we don't do anything inside of this block. If it returns false, we kill the session, redirect them, and exit. So at the moment I can be happily browsing. Oops, cannot redeclare user active. Oh, we've already created the function, have we? Of course we did. Look at that. Oh, that's by username. Ah, brilliant. That's for our login process, isn't it? Okay, so we can use this. Yeah, we can go ahead. Oh, fucking bollocks.